Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hope Beyond Brokenness. Thank you guys for your support. Those who like my videos, those who share, those who comment, those who subscribe. Thank you guys. If you have not watched my previous videos about moving from your past, please go back and look at it. You are a product of your past decisions, but you can decide not to be a prisoner of it. So it's a decision. Today I want to talk about gratitude, but before that, I want you to look at this bottle and tell me what you see. If you say that this bottle is half empty, you are a pessimist. But if you say that this bottle is half full, you are an optimist. An optimist is someone who sees the positive thing in a thing. Like they will try to look at the bright side. While a pessimist is someone who looks at the negative thing, the negative side of things. Like you're presented with same, these are two people, same challenges, but one will look at it as from a, maybe this challenge is here to shape my character. But this other person will look at the same challenge and say that this challenge has come to kill me. See, the way your mind, the way our brains work. So anyway, how is gratitude and optimist and pessimist, how is it even connected to all this? It's very connected. If you're someone who is optimistic about life, you're more likely to be gracious. You're more likely to have this attitude of gratitude. Because if you look at things from the positive side, then you just keep being thankful, because gratitude is just thankfulness. And if you're a pessimist, you look at the negative side, so you'll never see anything good, so you'll never be thankful. So that's it. And all these are affected by it can be affected by personality. A melancholic is someone who thinks a lot. Someone who is melancholic was a melancholic personality, so they are more likely to be pessimist. While a sanguine are people who are free. They are free people. Like have you ever met people who are very free? Like they're so life free or carefree. It's like, hey, is there anything that ever disturbs your mind? So these are sanguine are not more likely to be. I've said more like, I'm not saying they are. I've said more likely to be optimists. But other than that, choices like being gracious, it's a choice. Well, it can be affected by your personality, by your predisposition and your genetics and personality and all these things. But you can also decide. One thing I'll tell you is, for the 24 years I've lived in my life, there's always something that I've been solving. And mostly that I've not been happy. But it's like life is not getting like better. It is getting tougher. So you have to just find your own happiness in wherever you are and whatever you are doing and whatever you have. I don't think we should always wait for life to make us happy. I think it's from within. It's from within. Everything is from within. So when you wait for the forces, when you wait for life to make you happy, you may not be happy because you wake up in one morning, a pastor has done this. Or you wake up another day, your parent has done this. Or another day, you have not performed well in school. You see, there's always something. So, you see, it's a decision that, well, things may not have gone well, but I decide to still be someone who is full of gratitude, someone who is thankful. Everyone, all of us are attracted to people who are always thankful, including God. One thing about God, he says in Psalm 100, he says that 5 says, enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. So the first thing that you'll always, when you go to God, you should not like start, oh God, I want this. You start by first recognizing that, in fact, being alive and even you going to him, it's something to be thankful for. Before we go to, see, our bishop once told us that when you're meeting an important person, make sure, don't start borrowing them money or don't start asking for favors. Always acknowledge them, like praise them, like give thanks, like say, oh, if you meet the president of Kenya today, you don't dare start saying, oh, like try and find something positive. about these important people. That's how they'll be attracted to you, because most people go to them with these needs. Oh, give me. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Like you go begging. But when you go with this mentality that, oh, I appreciate you. Oh, you have done this. You see, everyone is attracted to that. So being someone who is optimist will make you someone who has gratitude. So it's something that we should learn, we should practice, because we need it. Because that's life. Life will never change. We have to adapt to every changes that is coming. So if we wait for things to happen so that we can be happy, then we will never be happy. Because I don't think there's a point in our life that we'll get 100% of what we want at all. There's always something that we are short of. So instead of waiting, let us just try and be happy today. So there are so many benefits of gratitude. One includes, like, it strengthens relationship with your maker, with your parents, anyone you give thanks to. He or she is drawn to you, because it's not easy to find people who are thankful. So when you find one, you want to be near them. So if you ever want to strengthen any relationship, either with your boss, with your employer, like whoever you want to, your husband, your wife, your beloved, whoever you want to, even your children, you have to always appreciate. You're always supposed to have this heart of thanksgiving, this posture of, like, you are always thankful, always looking at the bright side of life, always positive. And it's not something that comes that fast. It's something that you have to practice over and over again until your mind and your brain captures that, like, this is how we think. Because there are people, when, as I've told you, when they're presented with something, the first thing they look for is the bad thing of this, the bad side of this thing. They're always looking at the negative side. You see, that's something that you have, and you've been so negative that your brain even, or simply the world just can make you negative, because there are so many negative things. So if you keep capturing whatever the world is, like, is giving to you, that you keep feeding it, you keep feeding your mind, it's garbage in, garbage out. You eventually become that. So if you wake up in the morning, go to the internet, everyone is complaining about, one country is complaining about finance, the other country about politics, the other country, it's always complaining. Then if you keep feeding that, you'll automatically become someone who is always complaining, and will not even find good in anything. Okay, so gratitude strengthens your relationship. Those are some of the benefits of gratitude. You see, it makes you more patient, because you look at whatever I have. Well, I don't have everything right now, but at least I have this. So you're patient. But if you're not someone who has gratitude, you're not patient, because you're always looking at, what can I have? So you're always looking at opportunities. You don't want to take your time. So gratitude makes you more patient. It improves your self-care. It improves your self-esteem. It improves so many things. It helps you sleep well. It helps you. There are so many things that it can also help you. It can also help ease depression. Because how do you get depressed? You don't wake up and you become depressed today. It's a consistent, process. Small negativity here and there. Before you know it, you're depressed. But if you wake up in the morning and you have your journal and you've written down things, you see, it improves you. Slowly but surely, you become someone who is positive. And even your mental health it improves, and it eases depression. If maybe you're already in the depression, if you keep noticing the good thing in life, you see, it will help you. Okay, so gratitude produces better mental health. Yes, it does. By shifting your attention away from toxic emotions such as resentment, envy, anger, and all these things. So there's as I was doing my study, there's something that I found. It says that gratitude may help train the brain to be more sensitive to the experience of gratitude down the line, and could contribute to improved mental health over time, over the years. Much of our time, listen to this, much of our time and energy is spent pursuing things we currently don't have. Gratitude reverses our priorities to help us appreciate the people and things we do. You see. So there's so many importance of gratitude, and I don't have so much to say today, but I just want to encourage you that you have to find the good in whatever you're doing. And it starts from within. It's not all the world can give. Whatever the world can give may not be so much, but you can decide that I am accepting the situation that I am in right now. I may not have much, but I'm appreciating this. Then it gives you even that willpower to and motivates you to work extra hard. But if you keep complaining, you're just the same mountain, going back and forth. Yes. So how do you cultivate gratitude? Learn how to write. Keep a gratitude journal. Write. There's this 3 things exercise that you can do. You can try every day. Sit down before the day ends. Write things that you think like that you're thankful for. It may not be so big, no, but it's the little things in life. Say, I'm thankful for life, for my life. I'm thankful that I may not have maybe been very productive today, but at least I made it to work. I am thankful for my family, you see. Then also learn to say it. Learn to be thankful to people. Like someone does, you don't need something extra, something big for you to be thankful. No, the simple thing that someone has you've seen some effort, just appreciate. It makes you then meditate. Always meditate on the good thing, even if the whole world looks like, it looks like your life is not moving that well. Try and meditate on what is actually working. Meditate on the goodness of God. Meditate on the things that you have. Meditate. Focus on the present moment. Don't always be thinking, what will happen tomorrow? Fear of the unknown and fear of the future. Fear causes us to be people who are not gracious, because you're always thinking, I don't have much until I'm there. So please try and meditate. Pray about it. Pray for an attitude. It's not easy. It's not easy to be someone who is always gratitude in this negative world. It's not easy. So you have to pray. The Bible says that in the last days, men shall be unthankful and holy and disobedient to parents. So we have become that way as human beings. So you have to really work on that, and just decide that I'll be grateful. Decide that I will thank people. I'll thank you. It's the small things. The small things. Your mama mboga, you're going to your mama mboga, amekukatia mboga vizuri, and you feel like, wow, just thank you. Like, it's the small things. It's the small things that count. Maybe you've forgotten, even you have a class, or some friend has just decided to alert you that, the class has started. Say thank you. Like, don't be ignorant and say that, well, that's my right. It's not your right. Okay, so optimism. One more thing. Optimism has been proven to improve the immune system. Can you imagine that? Prevent chronic disease and help people cope with unfortunate news. Gratitude is associated with optimism, and has been determined that grateful people are happier, receive more social support, because everyone wants to be around people who have gratitude, and are less stressed and are less depressed. People who are optimistic are less stressed, less depressed, because they always look at, well, this situation is not working. Well, what can I do for another thing to work? A research was done about cancer patients. Those who had hope that who had this, they were optimistic about their situation and looked forward to just spend the rest of their lives with their loved ones, living their best lives and all this. Like, you see, when these studies were done between people who are optimists and pessimists, or people who are grateful and those who are not grateful, in terms of now those people who had cancer, it was found out that those who practice gratitude, those who are optimists, lived longer than those who are pessimists. So you see, it's a very serious thing, because when you are diagnosed with something like that, you're more likely to withdraw. But because if you're optimist, you are like, wow, I can't withdraw. I have to at least spend now this time with others. So you see, that social support, it gives you power and just to live. It gives you power because you have support. We cannot survive without people. We need people. So imagine withdrawing yourself. Okay. So one more thing, I can never like complete my YouTube videos without drawing everything to the word. I can't. A human being is a holistic being. You see, it's a holistic being. We need mental, spiritual. We are holistic. Everything has to be working. So what has gratitude done in the Bible? What are people who have been gratitude? What has it helped them? Why is gratitude important even when your relationship with God? Number one, gratitude or thanksgiving completes miracles. The parable of the 10 leper. Please go and read it. It's in Luke 17, 12 to 19. The 9, God healed them, but the 9 did not come back, and only one came back. And when the one came, Jesus asked, where are the 9? Were you not 10? Then Jesus told this leper that, go, you have been made whole. So these ones were healed, but they were not whole. Can you imagine? Lepers. Maybe he was whole. Maybe his nani grew back. Because he said, you have been made whole because of just thanksgiving. So gratitude or being thankful completes miracles. Number 2, feeding of the 5,000. Jesus did not do anything. Go and read Matthew 14, 13 to 21. 14, 19, he says that Jesus looking up to heaven, he blessed the bread, break, and gave, and he just thanked God. And that's how he did not have to pray, oh God, no. He didn't do that. You see how being thankful is very important. Then the last one, raising Lazarus. Jesus didn't have to shout and drink anointing oil, pour anointing oil to Lazarus. No. He just gave thanks. In John 11:41, he says, Father, I thank thee that you have heard me. And after that he called, said, Lazarus, come out. So sometimes raising things that are dead don't need to even struggle. You need to be thankful. You've been praying and waiting for the miracle for the longest time. You've been crying and all this. Instead of now complaining, now try thanking God. Thank God that this thing has happened. I believe that even though it has not manifested in the physical, the miracle has already happened in my spirit. And one day it will manifest. You see, even Jesus knew that being thankful is very powerful. So, thank you so much, guys, for staying with me all through this video. And I'll just leave you with that. Let's learn to be thankful. Let's learn to be people who have gratitude in our hearts. People who learn, who speak, who say, who acknowledge people, who appreciate people. Don't be ignorant. Don't think that all the opportunities you have or we have, we don't have to think that we deserve. No, it's just grace and mercy and favor. So we should always be thankful. Once you start being thankful, you'll never take things for granted. But if you're ignorant, you'll always feel like I deserve. So why would I be thankful? That's a bad attitude, and that's how we lose opportunity. That's how we lose opportunities. That's how we lose relationships. That's how we lose favor because of our attitude. But once we start practicing this gratitude, being thankful, being optimist, it will help us. So it's something that you have to practice over time. It's not easy, but it's very possible. So I'm urging all of us to practice gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. Write things down. You may not have the three things like to thank God for every time or to just be thankful for, but find even one. If kama umekosa kila kitu, say, God, I'm thankful for life. Write it down. Because with life, that's when you can achieve all other things. Other than that, you may be dead, and even if you have 101 plans, they may not come to pass because you're dead. But life itself is something to be thankful for. So thank you so much, guys, for your support. Let's learn to be thankful. Let's learn to be optimistic about life, and let's always remember that